KOCQ, welcome to the Fox City Amateur Radio Club Weekly Commuter Net. This is Kilo Charlie 9, Tango Foxtrot Mike, AC9 TFM.
My name is John. I'll be tonight's Net Control Station. The net meets every Wednesday evening at 8 p.m. time on the FCARC's 146.76 repeater. The repeater has a negative offset and a PL tone of 100 hertz. The purpose of the net is to promote good fellowship among amateur radio operators, encourage the use of good operating procedures, improve communication skills, and to share technical information and comments with the group. Tonight's net consists of the following parts. Part 1 is check-ins, beginning with portable, mobile, and short-time stations, followed by all other stations. All hams are encouraged to check in by calling net control and then unkeying to make sure you're not doubling with another station. Then slowly and clearly, you net control your call sign, name, and the city you're in. Please indicate when checking in if you have any message traffic for the net, such as club announcements, meetings, or messages. Part 2 is second goers. During this time, you can ask technical questions, passing traffic, including equipment reviews, software for sale, or any information you have to share. Also have a question for the evening. This is an informal but controlled net. All traffic should come through net control. In case of emergency traffic, please announce emergency at any time during the net. Emergency traffic will have priority use at all times throughout the net. If there's any emergency traffic, please go now. Hearing no emergency traffic, I'll now continue with the formatted portion of the net. TFM, control station for the Fox City Amateur Radio Club, the weekly commuter net. I'll now stand by for check-ins from portable, mobile, or short-time stations. Please call net control. Control. Last station calling, the repeater blocked you out. Please go again. This is KC9 TFM.
It's Kilo Delta Niner, Whiskey Alpha Whiskey and Matt in Appleton, and this is not the first time that's happened.
Net control. Net control. This is KB9YUC. Scott in Appleton. No traffic. Net control. Net control is KB9UFF, Kilo Delta 9, Uniform Foxtrot, Jeffrey 9 o'clock for traffic. Good spot to call. This is KC9 TFM. The net would like to recognize Matthew, KB9ADW, Craig, KB9YJH, Joel, KB9TXW, Scott, KB9YUC, Jeff, KB9UFF. Any more mobile or short-term stations, please go now. This is your net control station, KC9TFM, of the FCARC's weekly commuter net. Now looking for check-ins from all stations. Please call net control. Control.
This is November 9, Charlie Victor Romeo, M9 CVR, Chris in Fox Crossing, no traffic.
Control. Control.
Net control. This is Whiskey 5, Papa, Zebra, Ocean, Marlin, Indiana, no traffic tonight. Thanks. Net control.
This is Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo Papa Hotel. Receiving an RPH, Dave, International. No traffic. No traffic.
Net control. Net control, this is Whiskey 9, Lima, Echo X-Ray, W9LEX, Alex in Appleton. I have no traffic, but I do have a radio to list for sale whenever that would disconnect. Thank you.
Net control. Net control, this is Kilo Echo 8, Kilo Whiskey Foxtrot, Dean and Harrison. No traffic. Net control. Net control, this is Kilo Delta 9, Whiskey Charlie Kilo, Rod, Greenville, no traffic. Net control, this is Kilo Delta 9, Romeo, no traffic. Net control. Net control, this is Whiskey India 9, Mike in Appleton, and no traffic. Net control, this is Kilo Charlie 9, Victor Lima Papa, right here in Northeast Appleton. Control. Control, this is November 9, Tango November Whiskey, M9 TNW, Bill and Kimberly. This is Stop Sound Mike. This is KC9TFM, receiving net control. I recognize a bunch of people. Chris, N9CVR. Then there was another station. I could not make it out. It was all noise. Then Marlin, W5PTO. Dave, KB9RPH. Alex, W9LEX. Gene, KE8KWF. Rod, KB9WCK. Rudy, and you were very noisy. I could barely make out your last three. KB9RPW. Mike, WI9, Mike. Roy, KC9VLP. And Bill, N9TNW. Any more check-ins for the net? Please go now. If there's no more traffic or check-ins, we'll now move on to second goals. I think at the top of every evening, since we're going to snow a lot more this weekend, the way it sounds, if you have anything you like to do during the snow, but, you know, I like to sit inside, but we used to go skiing and cross-country and snowshoeing, but we really don't do those things anymore. Or do you have any other goals in 2024? Also, during this time, you may ask technical questions, list items for sale or wanted, do an equipment review, or discuss other topics. Let's start at the top of the list with Matthew, KB9HSDW. Go ahead, Matthew.
This is Kilo Delta, the Alpha Whiskey, and I don't really have any plans for anything to do in the snow, but I do have plans for the weekend, although one of them got postponed. One of the things that I was supposed to be doing this weekend was originally going to be planned to be the time that my Boy Scouts would get together and then go to Eagle Cave down in the southern part of Wisconsin and then go sleep in the cave for the weekend, explore the cave, and do a lot of pool. But due to the weather, that's being postponed, so I might actually end up having the time to go to my school's winter gala, which is something that they're trying for the first time this year. But that's all for me. Back to Matt.
Thank you, Matthew. That was a lot of good plans. Next we have Craig, KB9YJH. Good evening, Craig. Whoops, it says in and out. Next we have Joel, KB9TXW. Good evening, Joel.
Good evening, Net Control. It's KB9TXW. Yeah, not really, don't have anything really planned. I kind of just got back into amateur radio here and just recently passed my extra exam, and now I'm working days, so I want to join the club here, so thought I would sign in tonight and kind of try to get involved a little bit. And, yeah, so yeah, that's about all I got.
Thank you, Joel. Welcome to the net, and congrats on getting extra. Next we have Scott, KB9YUC. Good evening, Scott.
Good evening, everybody on the net. This is KB9YUC Scott here in Appleton. Yeah, that's snow flying and all that kind of stuff. I guess the only thing I usually do is just snow-blow and then hibernate and play on the radio and stay warm. Sounds like it's supposed to be a nasty Friday, Saturday thing, so we'll see how that goes. Back to net. This is KB9YUC.
Thank you, Scott. Those are the same plans I got, actually. And next we have Jeff, KB9UFF. Good evening, Jeff.
Good evening, KB9UFF, Jeff from Manitowoc. Usually we like going up to the cabin. We have a cabin up near Munising, Michigan, and enjoy snowshoeing and being out in the snow and enjoying the weather. This year we weren't able to go up there over the holidays because the grass was green and there was a muddy mess on the roads up there. So I actually do enjoy the snow, but I'd rather go up north to enjoy it than have it down here all the time. And you guys, when it snows down here, like to get the snow out of the area and spend some time in the house and on the radio. Take it back to net control. This is KB9UFF.
Thanks, Jeff. Yeah, we'll get some snow this weekend, the way it sounds. And next we have Chris, N9CVR. Good evening, Chris.
How's it going, John? Yeah, for Krista, for snow plans, I always have these dreams of doing some snowshoeing. We've got a husky, so, you know, hook her up to the sled and have her pull some of the kids, things like that. But realistically, I'm probably going to sit inside and watch it snow and go, you know, I really should be out there snow blowing. So that's that. Quick break for reset. In other news, so a few of you may have seen in one of the newsletters that I had come up with a fuse block that I had built, actually a whole bunch of them. And today, temporarily offline ham radio dropped a video partially about a soldering iron and partially about my fuse block, so that was really cool. And actually, about 20 minutes ago, I sold out of the kits, so I'm pretty excited about that. Worked out really well. Still got a couple of complete fuse blocks left, but the kits are all gone, so I'm scrambling trying to figure out how to order more. Pretty cool feeling. The other thing I'll mention real quick is I've got a transmit eye gate running now, so that seems to be working okay. So yeah, that's kind of what's going on here. Whole bunch of stuff. So I'll send it back to Net. Thanks again for doing it, John, and I'll send back to you from N9CVR.
Thank you, Chris. That fuse box sounds like an interesting thing. Maybe you could bring it to the meeting and sell some more. Yes, we had a noisy station. I couldn't make out the call sign. Just checking again later. I'll do another request for call-in. We have Marlin, W5PCO. Good evening, Marlin.
W5PCO, Marlin. Good evening, John, and everybody on tonight. Welcome. Yeah, I'm much like John. I pretty much hibernate when it snows outside, so I'll probably stay inside for the weekend and watch the Cowboys and the Packers play, which is really tough for me because I root for the Cowboys and for the Packers, so it's hard to say who I really want to come out ahead there. Back to you, W5PCO.
Thank you, Marlon. Yeah, well, hope one of your teams wins this weekend. Next, you have Dave in Menasha, KB9RPH. Good evening, Dave.
Good evening, John. Thanks for doing that. I hope everybody had a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. As far as the snow, I don't really get out much anymore with the snow. I'm a little too afraid of falling. But anyway, yeah, the Packers. Yeah, I hope they win. It's going to be a good game. I figure it's going to be pretty close. I'm thinking, but who knows? Anyway, I got a good joke for you. This young boy comes in the winter by his mom, and he goes, "Mom," he says, "is it true we come from the dust of the earth, and when we die we go back to the dust of the earth?" She says, "Yes, that's true, son. It's in the Bible." He says, "Well, then you better go under my bed, look under my bed then, because if somebody's coming or going under there."
Good joke, Dave. Next, you have Alex, W9LEX. Good evening, Alex.
Thanks, John, for running the net tonight, and congratulations to Joe on your upgrade to Extra, and Chris for selling out of your item. That's awesome. I'm not a huge fan of the cold or snow, so other than snow blowing, my son and I sometimes go snowshoeing down at Peabody Park, but that's about it. And John, I'm fine waiting until the end of the second go to list that radio for sale, however you prefer. Whiskey 9, Lima Echo X-Ray.
Hey, go ahead right now, do it, Alex, if you want. Go ahead.
KC9TFM.
Okay, thanks, John. Have a family friend in Silent Peak, and so for his family, I am selling his ICOM IT718. That's an HF transceiver, handles 10 to 160 meters. I tested it out. It works excellent. It's in very excellent cosmetic condition as well, and comes with an LDG Electronics IT100 auto tuner. I'm trying to get them $650 for it, but whatever the best fair offer is, we'll take that and give that money to the family. You can reach me by email at w9lex@pm.me. That is Whiskey 9 Lima Echo X-ray at Papa Mike Decimal Mike Echo. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you for that, and I'll contact you. I'd read it back to you, but I can't do my own writing at the moment, so we'll go on to Gene, KE8KWF.
Hi, good evening, everyone. KE8KWF. John, thanks for the net tonight. Appreciate it. With the snow coming, as many of you know, I've become 30 years as a meteorologist, so I absolutely love just sitting here watching the weather. I'm no longer responsible for it, but it is fun for me, and I kind of keep my skills sharp by watching radar and looking at the models as it starts to evolve through the day, and keeping my brain still engaged in that business. So that's what I like to do for snowstorms, thunderstorms, tornadoes, and everything else. Just a quick note for Alex, if your radio hasn't sold by maybe beginning of next week or whatever, feel free to send me an email with details, and I'll be glad to get it into this month's edition of the newsletter with a full ad and some pictures and stuff with it if we need. And then Chris also, M9CDR, if you're interested, once you get your kits all resupplied, if you're interested in advertising to the club, just send me the details, kind of like you did with the newsletter, and I'll be happy to put an ad in there for you as well to continue pushing that aspect of the hobby along. Other than that, that's all I have for everyone. Look forward to seeing everyone at the next meeting. This is KE8KWF, back to net.
Thanks, Gene. You do a great job with the newsletter, all kinds of details. Next, we have Rod, KG9WCK. Good evening, Rod.
Good evening. About a year ago, I would have told you that I would just sit down and take a nap. But this time it's a little different because I would be in on 20 and 40 meters. I kind of got the bug on that. And talking to people, learning where they are, what they're doing, what their business was. It's really fun. So that's what I'll be doing. Back to net, KD9WCK.
Thank you, Rod. Well, you have good plans. Rudy, KD9RPW, how are you doing?
John, thanks for doing the net tonight. Good evening, everybody. My only plans for snow are to relocate it to a place where it's not in my way. All I got for tonight. Back to net control, KD9RPW.
Thank you, Rudy. Some kind of noise, but I think we made it out okay. Next, you have Mike, WI9, Mike. Good evening.
Good evening, John, and good evening to everybody on the net. WI9 Mike. Want to say congrats to Joe for the extra. Come to the general membership meeting on Monday, 1600 Midway Road, Menasha, Maplewood Middle School, 7 p.m. Easiest way to join the club is actually jump online and do the PayPal thing, and I'll get you all signed up. A reminder to Chris, dude, I still got all that 3mm hardware, so if you make it to the club meeting on Monday, please remind me so we can get all that stuff out of my truck. Break for reset. I know I said no traffic, but I lied. Also, the FCARC annual banquet, February 24th, going to be the fourth Saturday. We're going to be at Holidays in Appleton. It's going to be a buffet, so chicken and beef. I'll let you know more details coming up, but do need to know how many people plan on attending. Last year we had about 30. It was a great turnout. The other thing, snow. I actually am missing shoveling because I feel like I'm getting exercise and have purpose. And that'll probably last until like the snowstorm on Saturday, and then I'll be done with that. No resolutions this year. Just trying to improve CW. With that, I'll turn it back to Ned from WI9, Mike.
Thanks for the info, Mike. All sounds good. Next we have Roy, KC9ELP. Good evening, Roy.
Good evening to everybody on the net tonight. Thanks for doing the net tonight, John. Much appreciated. As far as snow activities go, we kind of gave the keys away to a younger couple. I think my daughter took them up to Marshfield, and another young couple are getting good use out of my wife's keys and my keys. Getting to be too much hard work. Plus, I don't want to fall down and break something either at this age. So we give up the cross-bridge skiing. We did snowshoeing years ago too with the kids out at the nature center in Katana. But I have a pretty nice snowblower, pretty good size Karen. I had it for 12 years and it's running like brand new yet. And had it out last night. It did blow the wet snow last night. I was out about an hour to about one layer. And my daughter came to town today, with my wife, with neuroscience, and she shoveled some more of it off, and then I finished up showing some icing up on the packed snow somewhere to hell, where the paper boy drove into the driveway and packed it down tight. It's clear right now, but I hear we're going to have another inch to 3 inches tonight, and more snow on Friday night and Saturday. And our son, my son-in-law and daughter are coming to town to take a flight out to Mesa on Saturday morning, so I hope that it doesn't snow too much that we can't get into the airport or the airplane and get off the plane. With enough rambling from me, I want to turn it back to our net control, John. KC9TFM, go ahead. This is KC9ELP, Roy, here in Northeast Appleton.
Thank you, Roy. I got the same kind of snowblower. It worked well. Let's have Bill, N9TNW. Good evening, Bill.
Hello, John. Thank you for running the net, and good evening to everybody on the net. This is N9TFW. As far as snow goes, I can take it or leave it. I have to admit, for the first decent-sized snow this year, it was actually, God, I have to bite my tongue, but it was pretty. A lot of stuff in the trees and everything. It really did look sharp at the beginning, you know. And we got it all taken care of along with the neighbors. So as far as things to do in 24 or over the weekend, rather, I too plan on meeting with, watching the Packers. And I plan on getting on 10 meters. For some reason, 10 meters has been very interesting the last couple of days. I'm going to break for reset. Anyway, today I talked to a guy out of the blue. Just like that, he popped up on 10 meters from Yellowknife in the Northwest Territory in Canada. He was a very interesting guy to talk to because he used to work in the diamond mines up there, which I never even knew existed. And he had a good name too, named Bill. Anyway, You talk about weather, it's minus 37 degrees up there today. And I don't think I want to share that with anybody or have to live through it. Anyway, back to Net from M9PNW.
Thank you, Bill. Minus 37. That's bad enough. I guess we better look for some more check-ins for the net. Any more check-ins for the net tonight? This is KC9, KC9 TFM. That's net control. Please call net control.
Net control. Control here is November 9th. Sierra, Echo, Alpha, going nominal. Air traffic.
Net control. Hey, net control, this is Kilo Delta 9, Union Kilo Alpha, Kyle and Menasha. I checked in earlier, but I'm not sure if you got me or not.
Okay, good time to pause here. The net would like to recognize Lauren, M9SEA, and Kyle, KD9UKA. I did hear someone trying to check in earlier, but I couldn't make it out, so thanks for checking in again. Lauren, how are you doing tonight, and any plans for the snow at all?
Good evening, John. Everybody out there. Yeah, not doing too bad here. Just got that yep, there's snow. And nothing really been going on for the snow. Just nice one nightcap and play radio. Other than that, just getting ready for the next round of snow. That's all I have. So everybody have a good rest of the week and a good weekend coming up. And I'll turn back to control. And then FDL.
Thank you, Lauren. Kyle, KD9UKA, how are you doing this evening?
Good. Thanks for having me on the net here. As far as the snow is concerned, I kind of enjoy watching it come down, especially at night when it's heavy and in the street lights. It looks pretty nice. I like that. It's kind of annoying cleaning up, but that comes with the territory here. I do have a question. If anybody could give me a direction on this. I've got my high frequency set up, and I've noticed that I get a lot of interference from WHBY and WNAM AM broadcast band stations, and you can see my entire static or noise floor pulsate with the modulation from those stations. I was wondering, does anybody else in the area have that problem on their high frequency radio? And if so, do you use a broadcast band filter, or how do you deal with that?
This is KC9 TFM. Anybody have an answer for Kyle? Go ahead, whoever's got an answer. KC9 TFM.
This is KD9WCK. I think I have an answer, although I'm certainly not an expert on it, but I've been watching YouTube videos and the website for Palomar Engineering, and they have a ton of all different kind of filters to filter that out. From what I saw, they're not terribly expensive, but it appears that would solve your problem.
Hello, this is KC9TFM again. Cal, I hope you have some couple of leads to go on. Good luck with your filters. Any more checkers for the net? Please go down. This is KC9TFM.
W1QC Oshkosh.
KC9TFM, tonight's air control. Wayne, W1QC, how are you doing this evening? Do you have any big plans for the upcoming snow or plans for next year? KC9TFM.
Okay, Mr. Control, thank you. W1QC here. No, I don't really have any plans. If they don't close school, then I go to school. So, that's about it. I do have something on broadcast interference. What kind of radio does that individual have? Over.
KG9UKA, it is a FT710 if we want to continue with the net, that's fine, and I'll hang out afterwards I want to discuss that. I don't want to hold anybody up.
Sounds good. Let's get to that TFM. Anyone else interested in checking in? Please go now. This is KC9TFM. Closing this, I'd like to encourage your use of the other repeaters owned and operated by the Fox City Emission Radio Center. 145.330 and 443.650. Both with a field tone of 100 Hz. Anyone listening is interested in joining the wonderful and exciting world of amateur radio, please go to the fcarc.club and contact us pages and the devices. Meetings are normally held on the third Monday of the month at the DIPOLE room, 1600 Underwood Road, Asheville. The meeting starts at 7 p.m. local time in the group meeting room, door 17. Look for the vehicles in the center. Caution frequency of this repeater is 1.6 outside of the group. For the latest information and updates on the Fox City Amateur Radio Club, visit the website at www.fcarc.club. I'd like to thank all the stations for checking in today. Dan has the secret dress for the net next week, same time and same frequency. This has been a Fox City Amateur Radio production. Our long is that the return repeater contact number and the frequency 73 and then 399 okay, back up. This is KC9TFM.
W9LEX, Alex, are you still there?
Yes, sir, I am. W9LEX.
This is Rod, Kilo Delta 9, Whiskey Charlie Kilo. Could you bring your laptop to the meeting Monday? I found out what I was doing wrong. I got rejected on all of those call times, mainly because of the 2-year waiting period rule. But anyway, I found some new ones, and I'd like to make a second attempt.
I will be at the meeting, and absolutely, I got your laptop with me. I'm sorry that didn't work out, John. It was a sound out there, but
well, yeah, they gave $35 to the government, so they probably would need it.
they never have a shortage of any money, that's for sure. Okay, my day, 69, go ahead.
KG9UKA, the gentleman that was
very good. Major point. And so I used to have a ICOM 7300, which is similar to the 710 Pro. Frequency lighter with the XM101. And when I had my 7300, I had the same problem. I live a mile from DIPOLE, and on 160 meters, it overloaded the front end, and I actually built a notch filter for 490 kilohertz. That went down, 60 dB of rejection, right at 490. I went to the radio itself and put it in there. They held this receiver breakout table where you can disconnect the receiver from the PR switch and it had to RCA on the back. Take out the remote antenna connector, control connector, and then put it in this RS-300 breakout table. And you can put in I put my wholesale non-filter there, and that got rid of the problem. Then when I went to FTN, my problem went away completely. I don't have an issue with interference. If you want to make a filter, you can just go to like Google filter, you'll be able to find something. I see one that's AE and 90 it's like a QRP filter. So it'll get 20 watts. And you probably want around 100 watts. So you might be able to. Did I heard it say something like that. Broadcaster filter, so that you can just get one line with your rig, and you're all set. If you want something larger power, you're probably going to have to look around a bit, or you could see if you can find figure out how to find the cable that most radios. There's actually a cable between the relay and the receiver input of the transceiver, and you would bring it in there and put in a non-filter or some kind of PI filter right there, and not have to worry about high power. So there are a couple of ways to do it. Or you can get an FTN with a better rejection of broadcast interference. What do you see? I've been having some trouble with it. Even literally some population from the station across the entire 40 meter band. My
was design software that I was using on my computer that was recommended by the USC Radio Service book. I bought the third edition. There's a article in there about broadcast band rejection. And I was reading about that, and they gave me some software to use. It's free, and I was looking at designing a filter that would cut off anything below 3 megahertz or so, because I really don't have the ability to use 160 or anything like that. My antenna barely does 15 meters with a tuner. It's off the short. I don't have a big antenna for that kind of frequency. My antenna is only about 65 feet long at the halfway, about 40 feet. So I figured if I could cut off anything below 3, that would probably be quite beneficial for me.
Okay, very good. If you want to design your own filter, rf-tools.com has a filter calculator, which will tell you the values. You decide the cutoff frequency, you decide what type of filter you want. If you want a high-pass filter, you want it to be a Butterworth or a Chebyshev, and I will tell you, you probably want a Chebyshev filter because it's got sharper skirts on it, and so you do that too. And I literally put mine in a deltoid can, and that worked. Have you also tried turning on your attenuator? Can you kill it by turning on the going to like 6 or 12 dB attenuation? Over.
89 YUC.
Go ahead, YUC.
Hi, Kyle. This is Scott here. I'm in the north side of Appleton here. It's just kind of listening to what you've got there for an issue. It's kind of interesting. Whereabouts do you live?
I am in Menasha, London Street, just south of 9th Street.
You're quite a ways from that radio station. The radio station is on the south side of Appleton, about maybe 20, that's probably maybe a quarter mile from the Kimberly-Appleton border there. And I honestly don't think they actually use that tower to transmit from either. So I wonder if you've got some sort of other issue going on there.
Yeah, it is a little odd, especially I haven't heard any issues from anybody else. But one thing I can say is I do know that the WHPY transmitter is off of 76 in Neenah, just north of 41. There's a bar called the Beehive, I think it's called, and the towers are right there. I think they've got 4 or 5 towers. A couple of them are parasitic for hearing the signal. The WNAM signal is on 41, just as you're going north of 76 on the right-hand side. They've got 4 towers as well. It's definitely them, though. I could be in the 40-meter band and actually hear that station. They actually interfere with each other. You can see funny to watch. You can see the modulation in my static level. It's really interesting. To answer that other question, I have not specifically fiddled with any type of attenuation in the radio, but I have adjusted this RF gain knob, if that's what you were asking about. That turns up the attenuation, correct?
This is W1QC. I'm talking about the icons that are on the screen. You know, up at the top there's a button that, like 3 or 4 buttons like that have attenuator, IPO, and AGC, and maybe DNF. Do you see those buttons on your screen?
I've got, sorry about that whistling there, feature in this radio. I've got QMB, NAR, DNR, NB. I'm not exactly sure what all those are yet.
Okay, is there an expand button at the bottom of the screen?
There's an expand touch screen button. It's for the waterfall display.
When you press that, does that get rid of some soft buttons that just above the waterfall of the spectrum?
Okay, yeah, I just pushed that button and now I see ATT and it says off. So I'm assuming that's the attenuator. I have not been to this screen yet.
Oh, okay, so what does the IPO say?
It says amp 1.
Okay, so try setting IPO to IPO. So IPO is no amplification. You know, then there's amp 1 and amp 2, and they, I think, give you like 10 and 20 dB of extra amplification, respectively. And then there's the ATT. So start with no amp, just IPO in the IPO button, and make sure the ATT is off. See if that reduces it. And then try ATT of like minus 6 dB, and then go up to 12 and see if at one of those combinations, it all goes away. Try that on QC.
KV9YUC.
Oh man, I owe you a steak dinner. I just pushed this IPO button and turned it to IPO, and my noise floor has gone down to 4. I have never seen it that low. This waterfall is completely dark. I'm going to have to adjust it back up now. Thank you a million. You just saved me a lot of money and time. It's that's completely gone. I see nothing but ham signals now.
KV9YUC.
IUC, go ahead.
Yeah, you might want to do the noise blanker also. That's the NB. By doing what you did, you're probably getting rid of any kind of weak signal, and weak signal is actually pretty good on HF to work some far distance stations. So you don't want to attenuate it too much. you're not gonna hear some stations out there if you do too much attenuation. But I think what the other gentleman was talking about is it's almost like a preamp. Most radios come with like a preamp. where you can turn that on, turn it off, or turn it to 1, 2, or 3, or whatever. And that kind of brings in the weaker signals. But try the noise blanker. That might get rid of some of the extra noise that you've got on the band. That might help you out too. Because I noticed you were talking about. I'm looking at the radio now. I'm looking at a picture of it, and I'm not sure exactly where the noise blanker is there, but you might want to use that. I use it pretty much on most of my radios, just for being in town, and you've got a lot of electrical interference going on there. But try that also.
KD9 UKA. Yeah, I will definitely play with that, the noise blanker. No doubt I will do that. However, at least now that I can, not have 10 over on junk signals, I can actually make out some more stuff maybe now. But W1QL, what is the IPO function? That's not a amplification at all, is it?
W1QC. Yes. Yes, that's a preamplifier selector. So when it is set to IPO, which stands for Intercept Point Optimization, that gives you the best dynamic range. When you have like 4 antennas and signals are low, you can add preamplification with amp 1 and amp 2. For most of HF, the noise level is high enough so that it almost doesn't make any difference what level of preamplification you have. You're going if you can hear the weak signal, you can probably hear it with almost no preamplification. If you plug in the antenna or unplug it, and if the noise level goes down, then your radio's noise level, internal noise level, is lower than the external noise you're getting from the antenna, from the environment, okay? I'll wager that even on IPO, if you plug the antenna in, the noise level will go up. And so you probably could just use IPO. That's the best for dynamic range. And then there's the attenuator. And it sounds like if you've gone to IPO and that got rid of the broadcast interference, then you're probably all set. Having a noise blanker on can sometimes cause the broadcast interference to increase because the noise blankers are not a linear function. It's a nonlinear function that they use to get rid of the pulsating noise, and that sometimes can cause problems. So yeah, turn off your noise blanker. You have a DNR and a DNF function. Make sure those are turned off also. If I remember correctly, the 710 has a DNR. go right to that carrier and notch it out automatically for you. There's also a notch filter, which is manual. So turn all those things off to see how well you can handle broadcast interference. Maybe it'll all go away. W1QC.
This is very interesting. Thank you, both of you, for the help. I appreciate it. This has made a big difference because now I can actually see a little bit what's going on. Other than signals that are 40 over, I can actually see some stuff. This is pretty interesting. I will definitely play around with this some more. Thanks again for your help, guys. I appreciate it. 89 UKA.
Okay, very good. K89 UKA W1QC. You might also go to the offending station, especially if it's their AM, and go to the station itself, go into AM mode, and take a look at your S meter and see how many dB over S9 they are. Are they pinning the meter like at 60 over 9? Over?
Let me run down there and take a look. I'll get back to you in a sec here. K89 UKA. Yeah, I'm on 1280 WNAM and the meter is buried at 60.
Yeah, I mean, so it is a very strong signal for you. But you just have to play with that radio bit. Make sure you've got all the filters, all of the special functions that those radios have with them. Make sure they're all off and everything, and maybe you'll be okay. So you definitely want to get to that point first before you start thinking about buying extra filters. Maybe that'll be enough. W1QC.
KB9YUC.
Yeah, go ahead, YUC.
Yeah, that'd be interesting to check out. I'm actually really surprised that you're getting any kind of interference. Considering where you are, I'm looking at a map right now, and actually those are translator stations off of 41 there, and I've been by those before, cruising down 41, but yeah, that just seems odd that you'd get that big of an interference from those WNAM and WHUI. It's a possibility, but I know there's a lot of other AMs in that area, and I haven't heard of anybody having any kind of problem with that. That just seems odd. That would be interesting to look into to see actually where that signal is coming from.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I've got an end-fed half wave. It's horizontal. It runs from the peak of my house to the north and to the peak of the garage roof in the south. So it runs northwest to southeast. I don't know. I just really like those frequencies, I guess. I built it for 40 meters, so I'm not quite sure. Yeah, I'll definitely play around with these settings and see what's going on. It'll certainly tide me over for a while. But I still may buy a filter, knowing that these signals are so strong. Buy a filter that'll cut that stuff out, and then I could turn up gain and amplification later on down the road if I'm trying to fish out some weak signals.
Yeah, it just seems odd that because I'm looking at a map. I'm looking at QRZ here.